In the freezing dark of the Antarctic winter, a rescue team huddled over a deep crevasse. They had lowered a rope to their colleague who had fallen into the abyss. For a moment, they had him. But as they pulled, the safety belt snapped. The man plunged a second time, deep into the glacier. The ice closed over him, and for 66 years it refused to return him. On this continent, the cold does not just kill, it preserves the evidence while burying the answers. On King George Island in 1959, a British meteorologist named Dennis Bell was conducting a geological survey for the Falkland Islands Dependency Survey. The weather was harsh, the terrain treacherous. During their trek near Admiralty Bay, Bell stepped onto a snow bridge covering a hidden crevasse. It collapsed beneath him. His partner Stokes desperately tried to haul him up, but after the belt broke, Bell disappeared into the blue ice. The rescue team could find no trace of him. 66 years passed. The Ecology Glacier continued its slow, heavy slide toward the sea, carrying its secret with it. In January of 2025, a team of Polish scientists from the nearby Arctowski Station made a startling discovery. The glacier had begun to recede, exposing rocks. Scattered among them were human remains and over 200 personal items, a watch, radio gear, and a pipe. DNA testing in London confirmed it was Dennis Bell. The ice had finally surrendered its passenger. While the glacier carried Bell toward the sea, another mystery was unfolding in the interior of West Antarctica. Byrd Station was a subterranean base buried deep under the snow. In 1965, Carl Robert Disch, a 26-year-old American physicist, was studying the ionosphere. He worked at the Radio Noise Laboratory, a tiny outpost located over a mile from the main base. To guide scientists during blizzards, a safety hand line was strung between the stations. Carl had walked this line dozens of times. On May 8, 1965, Carl finished his shift and stepped out into a -45-degree blizzard with zero visibility. When he failed to arrive at the base, search teams set out. They checked the hand line. It was empty. Then, miles away, they found his footprints in the snow. Curiously, Carl had missed the line and walked southwest, the exact opposite direction of the base, heading out into the infinite ice sheet. The blowing snow soon erased his tracks, and the search was called off. 6 years passed, and Carl Disch was presumed dead. But in 1971, a Teletype machine at McMurdo Station suddenly began to print. The message was chilling. "To the world I am dead. They believe my body is frozen hard to this white continent. I say to you I, Carl Disch, live." The writer claimed he had staged his disappearance to escape the shallow lives of his colleagues. The message sent shockwaves through the isolated research community. But the truth was far colder. McMurdo's Teletype operated on the open AA2 weather radio circuit. Anyone with a high-frequency transmitter in Antarctica or a ham radio operator elsewhere could broadcast on the frequency. During the long, dark polar winters, extreme isolation often bred severe cabin fever. The transmission was ruled a cruel, anonymous hoax, a product of the psychological strain that the ice inflicts on the human mind. No trace of Carl Disch was ever found. Decades later, at the absolute bottom of the world, a new mystery began at the South Pole. In May of 2000, Rodney Marks, a 32-year-old Australian astrophysicist, was working on the AST-RO telescope. During the winter over period, with the station completely cut off from the outside world, Marks suddenly fell severely ill. He checked into the clinic with acute breathing difficulties and began vomiting blood. Within hours, he suffered cardiac arrest and died. Because the South Pole was inaccessible in winter, Marks's body was kept frozen in a storage room for 6 months. When flights resumed, an autopsy in New Zealand revealed the cause of death: acute methanol poisoning. Marks had ingested a lethal dose. Suicide and accidental contamination of alcohol were quickly ruled out by New Zealand police. This left a chilling possibility. One of the 49 other people wintering at the station had poisoned him. To this day, the case remains unsolved. The Antarctic ice is a perfect archive, locking away what falls into it. It returned Dennis Bell after 66 years, and it holds Carl Disch somewhere in its vast plateau. It preserves the physical traces of those who came to study it, but it locks away their secrets. For the scientists who vanished into the cold, the files remain open, and the only witness is the silent, white continent.